Hello and welcome to today's Thought for the Day, which has actually happened rather impromptu this time. Yesterday I spent some time with my daughter and we made some little spoon dolls. See, this is a spoon and I've decorated her, so she's got her wool hair, and this one's got lovely crazy black wool hair and their little bonnet on her head. And my daughter also, she made two. Bridie made two spoon dolls, and these are glow-in-the-dark ones with big grinning faces. And of course this isn't a spoon, this is a fork, just to show difference even in spoon world. So we made these and we're going to send them off. You may have noticed in the first wave of the COVID-19 pandemic this year here in Melbourne and around Victoria, there were teddy bears. People were putting teddy bears out on their verandas to cheer people up walking past, and especially children, for the children to see. And this time what's happened in Melbourne and also in regional Victoria, there are little places called Spoonville. So I'm sending these off today because there's a place at Wood End. Our friend Melissa Clark has a Spoonville village outside her church at St Mary's Wood End. So these folk are going there. Now we have Spoonvilles around here, around our streets, and there's one just down the road. But because I'm just longing to get out of the 5-kilometre range, I thought, well, at least we can send this little group and they can go on pilgrimage to Wood End and cheer up people there. Now, the reason why this has become my thought for the day is because I was then thinking, it then reminded me of the story, a parable, and it's coming from the Jewish tradition, but now goes across all religious traditions. And it's about two groups of people who are given long spoons, and they can only eat from what they're given with their long spoons. So one group of people are in hell because they can't feed themselves with these long spoons. They keep trying to get the food up into their mouth, but the long spoon is so long that it prevents the food getting in there. So that means they're in hell because they can't eat, and they're frustrated and they're angry with each other, and it's an awful situation. But then another group learn what to do is, in order to eat, is you feed one another. So with their spoons, they don't eat with their spoons, but they've learned very carefully, and it takes great effort and tenderness to feed one another. And that's why they're then in heaven, because they've learned this. They've learned this as an act of giving, as an act of being, and it puts them in heaven. And I've been thinking about how the pandemic, how it's been like that, how there's been this sense of, particularly for those people living alone, how hard it is. And then this sense of learning, well, if we just give to others, send out a little package, care packages, do something kind for a neighbour, or a thoughtful phone call or an email, that's all creating little heavens in the world. And then that also then reminded me of the saying, we go to heaven in one another's pockets. We don't travel to heaven on our own. We help one another, and we also recognise our own limitations, what we can and can't do. There are some people we can't feed because we can't get to our elderly parents, and we need others to do that. And then there's the letting go and saying, thank you. You're feeding my parents who I can't be with at the moment. So it takes a community of friends and families and friendships and closeness, even in this time of such feelings of isolation and limitation that are governing us at this time. So I wanted to share that with you today and to wish these pilgrims well. I've got some yellow crepe. I'm going to wrap them in and pop them maybe in an express post bag and at least send them off to Woodend. I might not be able to visit my friend Melissa there, but they can visit and they can be in this little community, and they don't need to wear masks, and they can bring delight to others and to the children down there. God bless you.